All right. Hello, everybody.
Welcome back to Zwei, where we finally answered that one all-important question: why is Subaru? We finally answered that.
Game took its time.
It did
Really
take
getting
its
there.
time. I think we're onto a boss soon. Oh, e-parts, electronic parts. They didn't recycle those appropriately. Left them out here on top of a mountain somewhere to rot.
It's
Couldn't have
okay.
done that.
Nothing's at the bottom of that cliff. It's fine.
Yeah. Throw a bomb over here. Down the stairs. Oh no. Back here again. In this underwater passage. Starfall Etheric Observatory. I like that word, etheric.
With the amount of Grim Dawn I've been playing recently, that I hear anything like that and I go, kill it.
Kill it. Kill the sign because it's got etheric on it.
Yeah, kill it.
Yeah.
My goodness, YouTube is making a change to how they they count views on shorts. That needed a full email.
Really? Huh. Oh no, it lit up the light bulbs for me.
Careful.
Oh no. I don't think I'm doing it right. Looks like they sure cleared out of here. What? Did I do
Looks
it?
like they cleared out.
I did it? Question mark? Did I stay on for like a... I don't think I did it. I'm very confused.
I'm starting to believe that I did not do it.
Yeah. Oh, did you? So, I don't know how, but I got lost in a little bit of a typewriter rabbit hole on YouTube a little bit ago.
Typewriter.
Yeah, typewriter.
Okay.
Did you know that there was an electric typewriter? I think it might have been IBM, but it basically had this spinning ball that like had all of the print on it, like all the letters and all the numbers and all the everything on it. And he would hit a button on a keyboard and it would spin the ball really fast to get exactly where it needed to go, throw it at like an ink ribbon, and then the ink ribbon would print the thing on the piece of paper, because it would like, they would go paper, ink ribbon, and then the ball thing, and then that would be how it typed. It's very interesting because you would hit the letter that you wanted, it would rotate this ball really fast and then launch it at an ink ribbon onto the piece of paper, and then it would type your thing. It's like when you imagine a typewriter, you think of like the keyboard, then you push it, it hits a bunch of levers, and then the thing, like a lever, gets thrown at the page, right? Like that's what you would normally think.
and yes, and I'm aware of the limitations of that system.
Yeah. Because like if you hit too
Where-
many keys, then the levers can intersect, and then like they don't
Yes.
actually press down appropriately, and then you get nothing.
Yes.
So yeah,
So
there's
this was
some very
oh,
interesting ways they came around to getting around that.
kinda.
There was also one other one that I'm blanking on, because there's like the ball that they called like the golf ball, which is the one I described. And then there was oh, there was also like a cylinder that spun super fast, and then when you hit the key, it would just time out where that was on the cylinder, and then it would hit the cylinder and then type your letter.
Huh.
Like that's just it boggles my mind. This also came like just at the advent of the personal computers, so basically they almost immediately went out of like a CD, basically, like, or the Blu-ray. It came at just the edge of when it was needed, so it's a very, very cool thing that was made, but it was like just out of time. I don't know how to trigger that thing again.
Yeah,
Because I know I didn't do it, because it looked like it cleared out and
No.
not was defeated. Now I'm concerned. Am I missing anything?
Firebolt, tornado.
Yeah, I don't know. I like learning about older technology because it's so interesting, like the weird things they come up with to solve problems that we just don't encounter anymore.
yeah. So,
Did it get away from me?
if you want to wait 10 minutes, it'll come back.
Oh, guess we'll be back. Let me see if I can teleport back here. Starry Peak. This one probably. Step, yeah. Oh, that reminds me. Where's the stupid parts I'm missing? Oh no, okay, sorry. No, I have the C parts. I was
not
I was
missing any
banned
parts.
from actually using them.
You
I
were,
will
but
now
now
go
you're not.
use them. Before I forget, I shall go use them. And then what level are we? 20? 17. Okay, we're not quite 20 yet. You cannot go complete the Coliseum. Because that's like 22. Or something like that.
It's an amount.
Yeah. I wonder what other old technology is like kind of interesting, like typewriters, where they came up with like electric typewriters at the birth of like the personal computer era, and it just kind of got lost to time because you think of a typewriter as like a thing with like levers and stuff, not a spinning golf ball that like types the thing.
Yeah, because that's the one that was the design that was the most ubiquitous, right?
Well, it was like a pretty popular, like more manufactured. Oh, that was like one of the upgrades today. It was like out of all of the typewriters that I think came by, that was probably one of the more common ones to have electric wise.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
I hit end chat at the end of that one there. A Magistone, oh boy. Yeah, there were those two. And IBM's was that golf ball thing. I also learned about a new character. Oh, glide gear, finally. Whenever enemies like you on the road, press and hold the attack button to make Ragnar right his weapon. Okay. An interesting character that never really caught on. It's called the Interrobang. It's the combination of a question mark, exclamation point. Yeah. It's super cool. I'm like, wow. That's just because you can hit backspace on a typewriter and overlay the two. It never caught on. Yeah. But it's very interesting, and I think it should make a comeback, because why would you type two, well, why would you have two letters to go giant question mark exclamation point when you could just have an interrobang. Alright. Alright. There is a giant pit cavern somewhere here that I've been looking at getting at for a while now. And we finally got the thing that I need to get to it. We're gonna go find that treasure chest that's back here somewhere. And we're gonna just delete every mob we come across because they're in our way. Be gone. Dealing 700 damage casually. These poor creatures. Anyway, so you recommended Crab Champions, and I looked at it originally when it first came out. I was like, oh, that's really cool, but I'm not going to get it right now. But it was on sale. I think it's still on sale. I think it's still like $7.
Could be. It was $7 at least.
Normally
like,
it's like 10
yesterday
or
or
something, and now
Saturday.
it's like 7. So I mean, I would have gotten it eventually, but it was like pretty early in the game's development when it first came out. And that combined with it, I was probably playing something else at the time. I just didn't pick it up. But I picked it up since then, and I played it yesterday. Or was it the day before?
Yeah.
And I had a couple decent runs. I didn't get very far because honestly, I was playing very like recklessly. And so like, I'm like, okay, I unlocked the Gatling gun. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to actually like really try this run. Early on in the run, I get an ability that lets me gain money per time I hit the enemy.
Oh no.
It was like 2 money per hit. And I had a Gatling gun, which does less damage, but fires super, super fast.
Yeah, and you have like 60 shots. So
Yeah. So
that's the only weapon I've unlocked so far.
I had a lot of money about the first time through. And I looped. And so I did that. I looped a couple times. I ended up with so much money. But I had that, and I also had heal on hit.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I got a little.
I can
silly,
see how you would be
extremely fast. Because there's an ability in the game. It's called like personal space or something, where you gain max life if something dies or you kill something that's like within melee range of you.
Oh.
So what you would do is what I did is I picked as many of the horde levels as I could,
Yeah.
and then I just ran through, obliterating everything I could possibly see as fast as I could before the horde level ended, because it was basically free health just sitting there in the level. And when I told you, I think I said I had like 35,000 XP or HP. Something like that. I had a number. I doubled it in like half an hour since I told you that number.
Oh.
And I could have kept going, but it's like I had earned 20 keys from playing through the levels, and I kind of wanted to get more weapons because well, Gatling gun's really cool. I got like a really close range, like fast firing, like beam weapon.
Okay.
That was pretty neat. But it's like I can only lag myself out so hard playing with this Gatling gun before I get bored of it, because I was lagging myself out with all the on-hit effects and everything going off at the same time. I had like millions of DPS on the skulls that let you test your DPS.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay, look, I've had my fun here. I think this is it. I turned down my graphic settings to stop lagging myself out, and then I went to the point where I started lagging myself out again. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna complete the boss, and then I'll just call it. And I did that. And so that's how I got like 21 keys. And learned about a greed item. Have you encountered any greed items yet?
Only one. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, some of them are a little
It was like
weird.
it was like if you get hit, you lose max health or something like that. I don't remember what the positive effect was, but it like wasn't worth it.
Yeah. So I found one later on that was like, you can no longer drop items, but you can also now pick up every item that's in a chest as long as you can pick.
Ah, okay.
So, you know, a chest that has 6 items that are all upgrades. Well, I just got 6 upgrades. And it got a little silly because I got like 2 bonus chests, and sometimes I doubled my chests, and all the chests had like 8 items in it. It got extremely silly. But hey, it was fun.
Yeah.
And it was Crab Champions. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it was made by the same person who made Crab Rave?
Yes, that's correct. Noise Storm.
Noise Storm, yes. Very epic.
That's how I knew about the game initially.
Crab
Because
Rave?
because well, just I knew who that was before Crab Rave, right? I had been following their music before Crab Rave even.
Very nice.
And so, yeah, I heard about Crab Rave when it happened. Heard about.
Nice. So that's what
Good.
I want to be able to do here. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the music is great
Yep.
in Crab Champions. I wish the final end scene where you crown yourself champion is Crab Rave, but it is not. Very missed opportunity. Guys, stop playing with the
had to have
bomb.
been intentional. No,
Okay.
no, they got to play with the bomb.
Yeah, but you know, a little missed opportunity, probably intentional though.
It was intentional. There's no way it wouldn't be.
I think it's like up here. Yeah, there we go. Ah! No! What?
You died. There you go. you dropped off like slightly too early, and it was like, oh, you're over the pit. Guess you're dead.
Whoops.
Even though the momentum would have carried you there.
Alright. I finally got mysterious treasure.
You did?
Alright. Now, and the mines. Treasure required here. Golem Cavern. Well, got the treasures here. No treasure here. No treasures here. Okay, so Golem Caverns? Yeah, that was my very, very insane run with Crab Champions.
Nice.
You've told me a small story about becoming a dragonfly and then becoming salted and unsalted.
I mean, that's just okay. So yeah, I've been playing Caves of Cud. I haven't been playing for very long. I have done 3 runs. First run was the tutorial. Got a very rare achievement of dying of thirst, which is bizarre that that's a rare achievement. But you know, that was the tutorial, whatever. Did another run, made it a bit farther, died to an area that like was randomly like really hard, and I couldn't escape. Sure, I got a few quests in, you know, got a few levels that time. Third run, I was like looking into all of the possible like mutations at character creation.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you could. There's a mutation you can take at the start that just says you mind jack an opponent. Just like make a save. Oh, you failed? Cool, I control you now. For like 1,000 turns or something ridiculous. So it's like you're controlling them for a while. So I was like, okay, I wonder if I can do a build where I like get onto a map, steal the first enemy I come across, and then run them through the rest of it, you know. And I don't care if they die, I'll just steal another one. So I was doing that, right? And of course, as I'm going on, I go to one of there are like legendary creature lairs that spawn sometimes.
Sure.
So I went into one of those. It was a legendary dragonfly. I was like, oh, it's level 1. This shouldn't be too bad. I did make it to the final floor of the lair
Nice.
where the legendary was. But I was like basically dead at that point. Because I was like level 2 maybe. This was like right at the start of the run. Maybe I was level 3. But like I was almost dead, so I was like, all right, well, oh hey, look. The actual like legendary creature is there.
Yeah.
I go run over to it, nearly dead. Enemies on me. Because I don't have any ranged weapons or anything. And my stats are all mental and not physical, so I'm not much use in a fight anyway, because I was supposed to be controlling, you know, something else.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, this run's over. I'm dead, right? I'll just, for funsies, let's see if I can steal the legendary. And then it works. And then I instantly die, or well, sort of. I stole the dragonfly body, and then something killed me as like a snapjaw or something, or a fish. I don't remember what anything can be hostile. Killed me at the same time, and then I get this message, like you're stranded here or something like that, and I'm just controlling the dragonfly now. There's no more like mind control timer. That's me. And so I was just like, well, I've reset to level 1 again, but
your life,
my 3 physical stats, yeah, just that's okay, cool. I guess this is the playthrough now. It seems a little busted because like I showed you.
Yeah.
Out of my 3 physical stats, my lowest one was 28, which, for reference, for this build that I did, the highest I could get one of my stats, with class bonus was 26.
So you're too higher.
And the
than
lowest of my 3 physical stats was 28. I think I had 30 Constitution and then 43 Agility, which is bonkers for level 1. Now my 3 mental stats were complete trash, and they still are. I'm actually just my current goal is to get them to not be a negative modifier.
Right.
Okay. And so now I'm just going through the game completely broken. Although I basically can't buy anything from merchants. Because the like amount merchants will charge you for buying stuff is based on, I think, your ego stat. And of course mine was like a 5 when I started. I was like, you want to spend $1,000 on this pair of boots? Like, I'll think about it.
Seems a little expensive, don't you think?
Must be a good pair of boots.
Must be a really good pair of boots.
It gives 1 defense.
Like Dragonfly's ego
so
is
yeah,
5?
I can't. Huh?
The Dragonfly's ego is 5?
Yeah. Which is
see.
actually the stat that I had raised to 26 for the build.
Right.
It's like, all right, that's the ego stat determines the difficulty of the check for the mind control. So I'm just gonna max that and be useless everywhere else. Like that was the build. And so basically my stats just flipped or were magnified. So now I'm ultra physical.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yep.
This is fun.
And I also don't have any hands, so I can't use any swords or daggers or anything or guns. My only weapon, actually, I've got 3 weapons. I got my primary bite attack, which is like I don't think I can get rid of it. Like it's just that's just my attack. But for some reason, I had a -2 on a paralyzing stinger mutation,
Interesting.
which at one like after I gained a certain number of levels, it just like gave me +6 to the mutation or something like that. So now I've got like a level 3 or 4 stinger. So there's a second weapon,
Yeah.
which will sometimes go off. And then I don't remember what I killed. I'd have to boot the game up. But I also found another bite attack that I equipped to my antenna of all places. I don't know how that works, but
Look, it
basically
has
I
teeth
have
now.
got so basically I've got 3 weapons. I'm speccing pretty hard into the multi-weapon fighting skill tree,
Yeah.
and yeah, I'm just doing my thing. Just clearing,
Nice.
trying to clear quests and stuff, level up, get my
You
stats
haven't
to not
done
suck so
very
I can
much
use the
of the
shop.
game so far, but you are currently on a
No.
pretty long playthrough. Looks like as a Dragonfly.
Yes.
For those who don't know, could you give a brief overview of the game itself when it's not, Dragonfly?
Sure. Caves of Cud seems to take heavy inspiration from games like NetHack. Basically, it's like a very open world RPG. Movement is grid based and turn based, meaning if you take an action, everything else gets to take an action. If you've ever played a mystery dungeon game, Pokemon or otherwise, you'll know how that feels. It's exactly like that.
But that's the whole game. Right?
And that's the whole game. Yeah.
Like, you get to pick a character, or they're like...
Yeah, you
Because
make a
these are
character. There's a bunch of
mutations.
classes. And then you pick. I think you pick your like, quote unquote race first, which there are 2 options. You either get mutated human or something kin. Basically, the one class gets, or one race gets mutations, and the other one gets cybernetics, like implants and stuff.
I see.
I haven't tried the other one yet, but I found a lot of cybernetics that seem pretty cool. I have to sell them because I don't get to use them in my current playthrough, but
Yeah.
like, and that seems to be the options for that. And then the classes, I haven't looked into them.
Are they like classes, or are they like skill loadouts? That are, like,
Well, yeah, I
predetermined?
think it gives you starting skills and a stat buff. It's not like you can't. It's not like there's anything particularly unique. It's just like what you get to start out. But it
Right.
does inform your decisions early on, and I'm not sure if you can get everything.
That would make sense, unless you like got very lucky. You'd probably have to pick around like one general build with
Yeah,
branching
definitely.
options here and there for like filling your defense, like the spots you're particularly weak in.
Yeah, for sure. Because like your stats, if you want everything to not suck, then you're gonna have to be pretty deep in the playthrough, or have pretty low stats overall to not have any negatives. Like it definitely encourages you to have 1 or 2 negative stats.
Yeah. Ow. Cat. Damn it. I can't tell if I moved that.
I don't think you do. I think that's gonna start chasing you when you go down the hall.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
One thing, at the very least, the starting class will change like your sprite, like your character sprite.
Yeah.
So there's that. But mostly like
I deserve this.
that's just sort of how it goes. When you level up, you get
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, when you level up, you get skill points. Skill points can be it's not like you get a skill point. It's more like you got 87 skill points, but stuff costs like 50 or 100 or 150.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I don't know why the numbers are the way they are, but maybe
Probably
it's to
for
allow for
granularity.
scaling. Yeah. And those skill points are like everything. It's like you want to learn how to make a campfire so you can cook a meal and not starve to death.
Which you can't do as Dragonfly.
I can't do that as a Dragonfly because I do not have 15 intelligence. And I did not pick a class. Rather, the Dragonfly does not have a class because it is a Dragonfly. Did not start with it. So if you are taught a skill, it doesn't matter what
There are ways to
normal
acquire
requirements
skills
are.
without spending.
There are ways to acquire
Yeah.
skills.
That's fun.